Hello guys, we're going to talk about the internet meme himself, Yandere Simulator, or Yandere Dev, whatever you want to fucking call him nowadays. I don't even know, cum challenge boy. But yeah, we're only going to talk about his Reddit post and nothing else because I don't want to get copyright struck and my channel taken down. I'd rather have it taken down by Verlisify and not this idiot, but whatever, let's get to it. If you don't know who Yandere Dev is, he's a guy that's making a Yandere Simulator game, which was cool. The concept is pretty interesting, but here comes the problem. It's taken him 6 years to even get to the first rival, which is really a problem, because, you know, you have to develop 9 other rivals. So some fans are like, you know what, fuck it, we're making our own game, fuck you. So they did with Unity assets. It's not finished yet, and it looks way better than Yandere Dev's game, but choose your oranges, I don't fucking know anything. But anyway. There's drama around this. It's been going on for a while. I would say, I don't know, a month. I'd say about a month by now. But yeah, you know, drama, blah 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 blah. You probably don't care, or do you? I don't fucking know your personality. But anyways, like weeks later, he responded to it on Reddit just like 7 hours ago, to my knowledge, you know, after it got hacked. But yeah, I'm going to read his response and, you know, question a few things like a true artist questioning his own writing or music or talent. We're going to question if this response was good or just flat out being a dick. Let's find out in 3, 2, 1. Hello to all my sexy viewers. Today I'm going to read Rip-Off Art by Yandere Dev himself. Imagine the following scenario. I use a tool to compile Undertale and extract all its assets. I drop those smexy assets into Game Maker and make a basic prototype. I edit the main character sprite, ooh woo. I put processing effect on the camera to make it a little more shiny, them sparkles. I name it Deltarin, the title that Toby Fox has announced while he was going to use it for his next game. I upload a video and say, look at me recreate Undertale in 2 weeks. Oh yeah, that time processing. The time management is just too good. If I did that, the internet would tear me into shreds, right? You didn't recreate anything, you just stole Toby Fox's work and tweaked it a little. You can't use the title already. He announced his intention to use the title. Nobody actually allow me to get away with that, right? Right? Well, let me tell you a story that will frighten you. AKA anybody who sims for me, Yandere Dev, and my neck beard. Someone distracted. I almost can't say it. Yandere Simulator's assets. Drop those assets into Unity. Created a very primitive game prototype and made a trailer announcing their game. I put it in quotes so you know it's not real, despite the fact that their prototype only contained a fraction of functionality of Yandere Simulator. A narrative was born that someone created the entirety of Yandere Sim in 2 weeks. Even though it wasn't true, it was entertaining concept. So the narrative people choose to spread. And one can steal game assets, love letter, and make a simple prototype where a girl stabs people. In fact, it shouldn't really take 2 entire weeks to accomplish something trivial. However, most people simply do not understand this. Instead of roasting the thief over open fire, he actually received praise for stealing MY ASSETS and implementing the most basic bare bones mechanics of Jan's emulator. They didn't rip you off. They got their models from the same place you got them, the Unity store. Can you stop acting like a spoiled 10-year-old and stop having these tantrums, you little bitch? Like, oh my god, you're so fucking annoying. How do people still believe in you after this garbage? Especially after this post. Like, what the fuck, Yandere, Dev? The hell are you doing? Heck, I wouldn't even call somebody a clone even if they copied my videos. Like, everybody that uses Sony Vegas or KineMaster is a ripoff of me. They stole my editing program. Like, shut up. They got it from the same place as you, yet you're being a bitch about it. Like, oh my god, Yandere, Dev, what the fuck are you doing? Seriously, that's all this part is basically that I read so far. Him bitching about people using the same assets as him because they both got it from the same place. Like, how dumb are you? Not to mention they're gonna replace them anyways, so it shouldn't even fucking matter. Like, goddamn, Yandere, Dev, are you this incompetent? Like, when competition comes knocking at your door, you have to be like, they totally ripped me off. Like, they ripped off the idea. Everything else is fair game. They got the same assets from where you did. They're going to replace the assets later like they're already doing. Unlike you. And pretty much, you're just being a spoiled little shit. So let's continue reading this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and now we continue reading this sexy Reddit post. Where we left off. Why? The answer is I announced the project during a point where anti-Yandere sentiment was high. At the time, the false narrative Yandere Dev can't code caused people to yearn for more. For another developer to provide Yandere games. The false narrative, all Yandere simulator models are from the Unity Asset Store, prevented people from understanding that this guy actually stealing all my assets. The false narrative, like Yandere is a pedophile, preventing people from being capable of feeling empathy for me. Imagine stealing all of somebody's work and putting your own name on it. But instead of being punished, you are praised and rewarded with an instant fan base. Because massive hate bandwagon surrounding the person you stole from. Wow. They aren't joking when they call this planet Clown World. After hundreds and thousands of people were tricked into believing it's possible to recreate Yandere Sim in 2 weeks, my work was completely devalued. I began to receive a massive amount of harassment. If you're a fan game, you could feel inspired to make a fan game. There's nothing wrong with that. However, if your fan game informs hundreds of thousands of people and causes them to harass the heart. I skipped the line. The developer of the original game. Then if you had a heart, you would recognize the damage you're doing. You cancel your fan project. Especially if it's made with stealiness, yes. Because harassment was completely unbearable. I reached out to the developer of the game, both in quotation marks, because they're not an actual developer, and this is not a real game! That stole my access, and I begged him to stop what he was doing because the nature of the situation is... The nature of the situation I use is very emotional language such as, you're ruining my life, you're destroying my project, you're ending my career, etc. I use a lot of these words interchangeably. That's right, I am Yandere Dev. Yeah! I told him ending a person's life, which within context of the conversation, was obviously a reference to the fact that he was ending my career and devaluing my work. The conversation ended on a positive note, then he posted the screenshot of my conversation and claimed I baited him, that suicide baited him. And people believed him, even though the screenshot he posted did not have any references to suicide in it. Yeah, this isn't even Clown World anymore. This is just Nightmare World. And that was my reading of this shitty Yandere post. I hope you enjoyed. Please buy my new Nintendo game. He keeps saying, no, these stuff aren't from the Unity store. Like, sure they're pal, sure they're son. Stealing from Unity store, son? No. Baka. Like, fucking hell, Yandere Dev, are you dumb? You can find the same shit on the Unity store, so... I don't know, Yandere Dev. Are you lying? Even though multiple videos have confirmed that the shit you can find on the Unity store is pretty much the same shit Yandere Dev uses, so... Yes, he is lying to us. And also another thing, gotta love how he's like, OMG, I didn't mean the suicide thing. It was definitely him that leaked it, even though it's one of the Discord mods, and that has been confirmed pretty much. Dr. Apes hasn't leaked it. One of the mods on his Discord did, so... Yeah, Yandere Dev. Talk about unresearched and uneducated bubbling. So anyways, what else can I say other than the stuff already said about him being like, OMG, you used the same stuff, therefore you're stealing. Even though none of the code is really stolen. Dr. Apes and another developer he's working with are doing a 50-50 thing where they're just writing code for the game. Yandere Dev is probably gonna be like, OMG, all this game is stolen. This entire game, yeah, I developed it first, even though he hasn't started the first rival until like today, basically. Thanks, Yandere Dev. Nice lie. Better luck next time, son. Oh yeah, Yandere Dev is just like jealous of Love Letter now, which is weird because he calls it a ripoff, but he's jealous of it. I don't know, Yandere Dev. Are you trying to hide that you got shit from the Unity store? Either way, I'm out. This is probably gonna be the only video I do on this. Like, fuck, man. I almost gave myself an aneurysm by reading his fucking Reddit thing. So yeah, see ya.